We exist to find the best coffee that's being produced by smallholder farmers, work with them to ensure they're producing the highest quality crop they possibly can, and we buy it directly from them, which cuts out 6, 7, 8 middle people, and we sell it directly to either consumers or businesses. My name's Stephen Rappaport, and I'm the founder of Pact Coffee.
A cup of coffee is an expression of people and place. Every individual profile that you get to taste is representative of the mountainside on the side of the Andes or a Lake Kivu in Rwanda, and then representative of the choices that farmers and families have made. Waking up in the morning and tasting a different cup of coffee takes me to those places. It gives me real joy. Puts a smile on my face. I'm Will, Director of Coffee and Social Impact at pactcoffee.com. My job is to go out and find farmers capable of producing the best coffee on the planet, coach them in how to do that, incentivize the production, and make sure that it moves through our supply chain and roastery, achieving the highest quality cups of coffee across the UK.
I'd always been an avid coffee drinker, like a very passionate specialty coffee, a proper nerd. Like, I even tried roasting my own coffee at home in the oven for years. It was awful coffee, but I did it for the pleasure. And I thought, God, it'd be great to work in coffee. And I started to educate myself on the supply chain.
Paying coffee farmers fairly for producing great coffee seems like it should happen every day. It doesn't. It's frustrating. Not being paid well enough to run a coffee farm, which is a business, means that coffee farmers have to make decisions based on the amount of money they're going to get each year. And if that total amount of money isn't enough to put food on the table, to keep their family alive, then they're certainly not going to be putting fertilizer on their coffee plants. They're not going to be pruning them in the correct way to achieve the best crops. They're not going to be paying people enough money to harvest coffee properly.
Working for a place like Pact allows people that aren't men to really get into an industry that they love by giving them this opportunity without any kind of discrimination. That is one way in which Pact has really supported me from day one, even just from my interview. And as soon as I started registering all of my information with HR, my manager had realized that my pronouns were they, them, because I had the option to fill it in. And the first thing he did was make it very clear to everybody that I work with to have it for the first time kind of recognized so openly and acceptingly. It's a really good feeling. My name is Kendall, and I'm a full-time production roaster.
Tasting some coffees on a farm, and it was a new supplier that was hoping to become a Pact supplier. We were cupping all of the coffees that they produced, and I thought they were fantastic. Will, however, said, good news, like, it's fantastic coffee and we do want to buy from you. Bad news is we can't buy this year because in these 2 cups there is a defect. It's being caused by the coffee not drying out evenly or at a managed rate on your drying beds. I would guess that you have a tarpaulin that you pull over the coffee when it starts to rain. One of your tarpaulin has a hole in it. A roll of gaffer tape will fix this, but let's go and find it. And we walked down, and sure enough, there was one hole in one tarp. It was like, great, okay, here's why you need to really worry about that. And this is the impact it's had on the quality score. We ended up gifting a lot of equipment to the farm to help them to improve the quality of the coffee that they made, so that the following year, we could pay even more for it, knowing that it would be even better. Word spreads very quickly when you pay a fair rate to the producer. You emancipate them from that complex and convoluted supply chain. And last year it was well over the average fair trade rate for every bag of coffee that we buy. We're buying nearly a ton of coffee a day at this point, so it really is a significant impact in a number of countries. also always tell a customer the name of the grower and how much they were paid and on what day and how much we bought from them, you know.
I want to change the way coffee is traded across the entire planet. And the amazing work that's done throughout the company enables us to give customers a reason to spend money on coffee. And that reason for them spending more money on coffee enables us to literally change the world every day.
In general, I would say that having this kind of traceability, having the supply chain being very transparent and very visible is important across most industries, especially industries in more vulnerable societies and cultures where historically they have been taken advantage of by larger corporations. So having those relationships really allows Pact and me as a roaster to build connections that are sustainable, that are fair, that are equitable. And in my day-to-day role, it really gives you a lot more motivation and passion to know that what you're doing is helping people continuing to build the community you love.
My hope for the industry is that the model I think we've shown success with at Pact of 100% traceability and transparency of every coffee through the supply chain and the increased value that we've shown it can deliver to consumers can really be adopted across the industry. You know, Pact has done an amazing job over the past 12 years of growing. You know, we're selling more and more coffee every year, but I've got a vision of everybody aligning on quality coffee, specialty coffee, traceability, transparency, and rewarding farmers in the same way that we have, because they think that what we've done is valuable. For every single person that tells their friend to drink a Pact coffee, it enables us to work with more and more of those farmers, and that's really exciting.